Okay, now
There
we're
it is.
live.
Okay. All right, we're good.
Okay. I want to thank everybody for coming to help me with this today, and I want to thank my wonderful mother-in-law for preparing us lunch and for having us at her house. Are any of you interested in making quick and inexpensive gifts for your family or your friends?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Well, while trying to come up with a topic for this informative speech, I went online and I started researching a lot of crafts. And I found two websites that they were very interesting, and they showed how to do tile crafts, making coasters out of small tiles and trivets out of the big tile. And the names of the websites were Curbly, CURBLY.com, and craftingagreenworld.com. I knew that this is what I wanted to do because this gift can be used for both men and women. You can make them for men or women, and you can personalize them for your specific recipients. So I'm going with the tiles. A few ideas to be used on the tiles are scrapbooking paper, which is the favorite of most people, and you can cut this to fit the tile. Photographs work great. Here's one here.
Oh, that is great.
Note cards. I bought a box of note cards. This is two-sided. I bought these at Hobby Lobby. I have the box here. I'll show y'all afterwards. And I can get two coasters out of this one card. So that's real cost-effective. Napkins, which would make 4 coasters. 4 coasters. Just pick out a design that you like. And then you could use the big napkin, which would still make 4 trivets, but it would make 4 of them. So that would be a matching set too. Stickers, which are great, and they're easy to do because they go on really flat. So, and then there's stamps. I have a dog stamp and a butterfly here to show you. But y'all have seen the stamps in the stores. You know how many they have. There's just so many varieties of stamps. And also a good thing is there's letter stamps. You can make like a monogram or initial for your name. I've seen people use old love letters or song lyrics. There's just endless possibilities of what you can do. You just think about who you're giving the gift to, and then you personalize it for them. So after researching all these tile crafts online, I experimented with various techniques. And I decided to go with one that's the simplest and the most foolproof. So in just a few minutes, I'll be able to run you through 7 steps, and all of you will be able to make a craft that's cheap, a cheap craft to give as a gift. And of course, the first step is purchasing your supplies. And you can go to Home Depot or Lowe's and buy these. I think this one was 68 cents for this tile.
Wow.
32 cents. And then, of course, you would get your paper or whatever you wanted to use on it. The cork that you put underneath to keep it from scratching your furniture. It comes in the rolls. And this one doesn't have the contact paper on the back of it to adhere to it. But you can buy the glue. This is a good glue, E6000, because it's waterproof, so you can wash the tiles. Or you could use a hot glue gun, too. And then there's this cork. It's a little bit thinner, but it serves the purpose, and it has the contact paper, so you can take it off and adhere it to the tile. And then there is, let's see, the ribbon that you might want to tie up and make a pretty presentation as a gift. And then, I forgot this, the sponge brush. If you have any air bubbles, too, you might want one of these, although I used a credit card one day, and it worked just fine. And then you start, that was the first step. The second step would be to prep your tile by cleaning it. I would use alcohol or vinegar just to clean it. Actually, I used hydrogen peroxide today. I couldn't find the alcohol in my closet. So I just cleaned the tiles already. I've already done that. The next step would be to find out what you're going to use to put on the tile, and I've chosen this pattern, the scrapbooking paper, and I've pre-cut it so it's quicker to do today for y'all. And then the next step is just, I didn't mention the Mod Podge a while ago. I'm sorry. The Mod Podge is one of the main ingredients that we use, and that was bought at Michael's for about $4. And I'm just going to take a little bit out, and I'm going to coat the coaster, a thin coating. This is just like glue to get it on there to begin with. And center it, can you see? Center it on there and press down. Now ordinarily I would let this sit for about 30 minutes, but for the sake of this we're going to speed it up a little bit. And I'm going to do another coat over it. And of course it goes on white, but it dries clear. And of course when you do it on your own, you'll probably take more time with it. Make sure you get every little corner and everything. And what I would normally do, I would be let this dry for 30 minutes to an hour and then do another coat. I would actually do up to 3 coats of this after each one dries in between. And then next step would be to add the cork backing to it. And all you have to do is press it down on the back. I've already pre-cut this, of course.
Very nice.
And so here's the finished product. And it will look better, of course, when it gets clear and turns. And I would suggest maybe a set of 4, like you've seen here that I've done for y'all. You can all pick one. And tie it with a ribbon. That's what I would end with. And remember, as I mentioned earlier, you can use a variety of materials to use as the decorative part of your tile. Just use your imagination and purchase the inexpensive supplies that I mentioned, and then just follow the 7 simple steps to making it, and you'll have a cheap gift to share with your family or your friends.
Awesome.
And that's all.
That's wonderful.
Great.